So, Drexel, thank you again for agreeing to do this. Would you mind introducing yourself?
Hi, my name is Drexel. I'm a first year studying natural sciences at Cambridge, and I graduated from Epsom in 2021. I think it's based off like two things: your personal statement and your grades. Oh, and maybe like references from teachers. You don't have much control in whether you get an interview once you send in your application. If you with different like banks and stuff, like there's a scholarship with Maybank, CIMB, Bank Negara, but most of those are bonded. If we're looking at unbonded scholarships, there are mainly two. So we have like the Jardine Scholarship, but this is like college specific and it's open to Malaysians. So I think for Cambridge, if I'm not wrong, you have to apply to you can only apply to like Trinity, Downing, Magdalene, and like some other colleges, yeah. So you have to apply to those specific colleges for the Jardine Scholarship. And it's really competitive because it's fully funded and unbonded. And then we also have the YH2 Capital Scholarship. Like the Jardine Scholarship, it's college specific, but it is for Magdalene only. So most of the Malaysians and Singaporeans who apply to Magdalene are going for this Jardine Scholarship, for this YH2 Scholarship. So those are the two big ones, yeah. I can only give you COVID like period representation because all my lectures are online, with natural sciences being such a big cohort. So for me, lectures, I wake up at like around 8:30, which is a lot later than when I used to wake up at some. I'll wake up, shower, and then I'll get on my desk, get in front of my desk, and start lectures at around 9. And I normally have 2 lectures a day. So lectures typically finish at around 12:30 because they're like an hour each, but then I have to like pause the video at times to like make notes and stuff. So on the days that I have practicals, these practicals are in person. After lectures, I'll eat lunch, and then practicals will be after lunch. So I'll go on my bike and I'll cycle to the department, and then like hop on my lab coat, do whatever practical I have to do, and then cycle back. I'll eat dinner. I'll eat dinner with my friends. Like normally we cook together and we'll eat together, and then after that I'll probably hit the library and try to do work, but end up getting distracted, end up talking to my friends, end up sleeping really late and not getting much work done. Yeah. So that's a typical day for me. The main thing is like to plan. For me, I like use a timetable a lot. I use a calendar a lot. So I allocate time slots in my calendar to like when I have to do work, and then I leave. During the free time slots, I'll either like reach out to my friends, see if they're free, and if they're free, we can like go get a meal together, go to a cafe together, go to like a pub or something together, or like just hang out in the library together. Yeah, because you have a lot of work, and like you can go way further than your work because there's like no syllabus in Cambridge. So for like essays, you can either, like if you're preparing for an essay, you can either write what you get in the lecture notes, or you can go beyond and do a lot of extra reading. So there's no limit to how much work you can do. So you just have to really like know your limits and know when you need to socialize to like have a good work-life balance, and yeah, you need to take the opportunities to socialize. I'm not gonna lie, it's like amazing. The stuff here that you do are like so cool. Like yesterday, I dissected an earthworm. My practical class has like 100 people, and the last part of the experiment is like normally the hardest part. So you have to like isolate the nerve cord, and then you have to like squeeze solutions with like sodium and like sodium-free solutions on it, and you'll see like the action potential disappear. This is really hard because the nerve cord is really delicate, and most of the time, even if students manage to isolate it, they end up nicking the nerve cord and the whole experiment. So like typically nobody is able to do this, but me and my partner were able to do this. So the demonstrator called everybody in the class to like watch us do the experiment. So it was like kind of cool. We're like doing an experiment with like 100 people watching it. Another good thing about practicals at Cambridge is that you'll be doing a practical, and then the demonstrator will be like, "Hey guys, look who just walked in. That's the guy who discovered what you're doing an experiment on." So it could be like, "That's the guy who discovered, like for example, this type of neurotransmitter," and you're like, "Whoa, I learned that in A-level. That's I did exams on that." And like at times you also be like, "What am I doing here with people like so amazing?" Yeah. Two of my supervisors are postdocs and 2 are professors. So you just normally go to like their college, because my supervisors are not part of my college, and then you just like sit down with them and just talk over like the previous week's material. So you can ask them any questions, or sometimes they might give you essays to write, and then you'll discuss the essays, or like supervision work in general. The really good thing about supervisions is that these people like really are experts in their field. So you can ask them anything and they could like basically answer most of it. And their own like perceptions and opinions on it is really like interesting. It's basically having like Google in front of you, like Google Scholar or something.
So would you say it's a lot less stressful than what people made it out to be?
So for me personally, I'm not bothered if I get something wrong. So I mean, and you're not trying to impress your supervisor, because at the end of the day, you're just trying to get a good degree, or like you're just trying to learn or do well on the exam, and your supervisor does not like assess you in any way. He or she will only like just keep track of your progress and just update your director of studies. It's honestly nothing to worry about, and they're trying to help you. They're really trying to help you. If your supervisor is helping you, that means they really want to help you. Yeah, and if you just speak up and get used to it. Even if you're like really nervous at the start, you'll warm up to your supervisor. The supervisor will warm up to you, and honestly, you'll be okay. But yeah, supervisions are like one of the main ways of consolidating your knowledge and learning at Cambridge. So it's like a really good experience, and maybe that you could reach out to like societies, like the Malaysian Society, for example, and attend a mock supervision to just kind of get an idea of what it's like. Yeah, to see if it's right for you.
Do you have anything you want to say to the current or potential future applicants?
If you want to come to Cambridge, it's worth it. So work hard, and I'll see you guys here next year.
Thank you very much for this. It's been great speaking to you again, and I'm sure many of our current and future Cambridge applicants will benefit a lot from this.
Good luck, everybody. Bye-bye.